Nigel Farage, no less, promptly tweeted, "Corbyn is showing his true Brexit colours. He's almost a proper chap." I'm joined by Labour's health spokesman, Jonathan Ashworth. Were you pleased when you saw that tweet?
I didn't see that tweet, but so thank you for bringing it to my attention. I'm not quite sure what that means. I mean, you say Labour's big argument was about the single market. Our big argument was with the government this week over the pay cap and their cuts to public services.
Well, it would have been had you had not had 100 Labour MPs, or thereabouts, 50, sorry, backing with others a motion which was against the views of the leadership. Where Nigel Farage may well have a point is that Jeremy Corbyn has been an opponent of the EU all the way through his career. He has been completely consistent on this subject. 1975, voted against it. 1993, Maastricht Treaty, voted against that as well. Voted against the Lisbon Treaty. All the way through, he has spoken and voted very consistently against the EU. Isn't the truth that Labour is now an anti-EU party?
No, not at all. And the Labour Party campaigned to remain in the EU.
Just about.
Well, we were very enthusiastic in our campaigning. I was very enthusiastic. But we accept the result. The British people voted to leave, and we have to accept that. The key thing now is what deal do we get? And consistently, since last year, we've been saying we want a deal that puts jobs and prosperity first, and we want a deal that maintains tariff-free access to the single market, which has the same economic benefits of the single market. The Tories have been all over the place with lots of different competing priorities for Brexit. Our number one priority has always been jobs and the economy and the prosperity of British families.
From your point of view, what was wrong with the motion against the Labour leadership?
Well, we've got a Labour Party position which was in the manifesto that we've all just stood an election up.
The Labour manifesto didn't make it clear whether you would stay inside the single market or not.
But I think, as Keir Starmer said in very eloquent terms when he was on your show 2 weeks ago, what we want is a deal that puts jobs and prosperity first. We want tariff-free access to the single market. We shouldn't get swept away in all the sort of constitutional arrangements about what that necessarily looks like. We've got to negotiate, or we're calling for the government to negotiate a deal which maintains jobs and prosperity, allows us to have tariff-free access, allows us to have the same benefits. But what I think
I'm sorry, but you've got a leader and a shadow chancellor who are staunchly against the whole idea of the EU. They see it as bankers' ramp. They see it as capitalist conspiracy. And the reason I'm asking about this is so many young voters who came to Labour in this election, partly because they were upset by the Brexit referendum result, have been fooled in a sense. They thought they were voting for an essentially pro-European party. Actually, they were voting for a party that is now led from an essentially anti-EU standpoint.
If I may say so, in ever so gentle terms, it could be construed as a little patronising to say that young voters didn't know what they were voting for when they voted for the Labour Party in this general election. The manifesto was very clear. That was a manifesto which the whole party signed up to, including Jeremy Corbyn and John McDonnell.
I thought the manifesto was a fudge on that matter, but that's my view. Can I ask, are you in favour of a second referendum still?
I mean, I have mooted that in the past, but I think I don't think that is a position that has broad consensus anymore.
So you dropped that?
Me personally?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that was something I speculated upon in a discussion such as this, in an interview once, but clearly there's no appetite for that. Not that I can sense anyway, so...